Hey guys, welcome back. This is Vengat. So now we are going to see prompt template. So previously we have seen prompts where we are sending the user query, system query, everything into one prompt and multiple different prompts also by using message roles and sending it to the LLM. But here the messages, everything contains all the information. It's hardcode information and sending it to the LLM, get the response. Correct. So instead of hardcoding all the values, Spring is offering one more option called prompt template, where we can be able to create a structured and defined template. So some of the values which we feel like okay, we can able to make it dynamic and we can able to pass it to the runtime. And once it is passing it to runtime, it can bind and send it to the LLM and get the response. Okay, so here the structured and the dynamic, which make it more reusability instead of hard coding all the values into one prompt templates, right? Prompt templates are prompts, correct? So that's what this prompt template is coming into picture. And there are multiple ways to create this prompt template and use the prompt template. I will show you one by one. And this is how I created. These are the 4 ways. I'll start with one by one. So first start with the prompt template with the example. So here I already hard coded one of the prompt. Okay, if you see here, this is system prompts and this is nothing but user prompts. And I already hard coded all the username, even order ID, what is the product information, everything I gave. And system, I gave the rules basically. And this is the support assistant basically, nothing but. Okay, so what I will do, I will go back to the code once. So here, let me minimize this. I already created one prompt template controller and all the 4 endpoints are there because each use case I'm going to show with one point. So first start with the prompt template. So immediately we can take the hard coded or the defined prompt template, which have already all values are binded here. So now I'll call this chatline dot prompt. I'll pass this prompt dot call dot content. So simple. I created one string object as a prompt. Then I'm passing this entire prompt, which contain all the information, guidelines, and what is the context and what is the customer information and user queries. Okay. Everything I put it here only. And then I'm going to run it. So now if you ask, it should answer the questions. So let me run it. Let me go back to the Bruno here. So these are the 4 endpoints I have created in the Bruno. So these endpoints I already push into GitHub. I'll put the link in the description. Maybe you can go ahead and check it instead of creating by yourself. You can clone it and you can clone it or fork it, whatever you want to do. You can use this endpoint directly. So now I'm going to hit it. So here I'm passing this customer name, order ID, all those things. So one thing, these particular things I'm already creating as an request object. If you see, this request object I created, it's a separate DTO class I created for this. Okay, so now I got the response. Yeah, you can see got the response with a proper structured format. Okay, now if you see, even though I'm passing this payload, I'm not using this payload anywhere because I'm putting all the values hard coded here. So if I want to use these values dynamically, what you can do immediately, you might think like by using string replace we can do that. Yeah, you can do that. That there is no hard stop in that. But only thing is Spring AI is already offering there is a standard way where you can use this prompt template to, instead of replace with all the keywords and variables, if you use the prompt template, it will automatically bind the values if you pass the value respectively. So that's what we're going to do. So now what we are going to do, let me remove this completely. We don't want anymore this hard-coded one. So I'm going to create a prompt template. I'm going to show you how we can create this prompt template. I will name it as prompt template and create a new prompt template. Okay. So here we need to pass this prompt template, which does not have any hard-coded values. That also I mentioned here. You can see I putting in the floor braces. This is a default one. So this is how you should create it whenever you want to, you feel like this bot name, this username or customer ID can, so not customer ID, order ID, product and issue, this, all these things can be replaced. Then you can put it as a floor braces. This is the default one. So let me copy this and go back to the code and pasting it. Now our template is ready. Okay. So is it possible? Can I pass the same template to the chat client? No, it's not possible. You have to extract this prompt. Then only you can able to send it to the chat client. So now we need to extract. So for this, I'm going to create a prompt object. How we can able to extract? Let me import it. So there is one option called create message. So create message, you can get the prompt. But the problem is like we need to supply these values, right? Somewhere. So for this, what I'm going to do, there is a structured way where you can pass this value. The type is string comma object. Let me import it. I'll call it as a inputs. inputs, and I'll put map dot of this, whichever I feel like which can able to replace at the runtime. I'm passing it. I'll put it as Alice. Then I'll just duplicate it. What else? A name we can get it. Name, order ID, then product, issue, support email. Okay, cool. So I'll put a comma here. So this name and all we're going to get it from this prompt template request, which we are sending as a payload. Customer name. I'll copy this. Sorry, a comma. I'll copy this. Paste. Get order ID. Replace this. Get product. Then go here. Replace customer name. Instead of customer name, we'll put issue. Okay, so now support email I don't have as a request object. Maybe I'll hardcode it. Support at the rate Vengat store. I don't have any store basically. I just putting some dummy value. Okay, dummy store. Okay, now we have created the inputs. Now if I pass this input, what it will happen? Okay, now what it is saying, provided is message, required type is prompt. One second. Sorry, I don't want to create as a message. I have to create as a I want to create a prompt basically. If you put a create message, then it will create a message and return type going to be message. Okay. Now I created and passing this input. What it will happen? This template, whatever the input I'm passing, runtime it will try to substitute all these values and binding it here. Then it will create as a prompt. Okay. Let me put a debug point. I'll run this. Yeah, it's running. Let me go back to the ones here. I'll replace with mobile instead of laptop so that we can easily test it. Let me click. Is it hit? Yeah, so it is returning with mobile. Okay, it's not coming here. So let me uncomment this, go back and hit it again. Okay, now you can see it came here. If I open this prompt, okay, now you will see, you can see you are an Alice basically, it's not Alice, Alice and Karthik, all the values got substituted here in the message. Now you can see all the values got binded successfully. That's what after that only we are getting this response. Okay, cool. Now we are going to see the second one. Second one is nothing but create message from the prompt template, the system message. Basically, if you see this particular message, right, I already combined both system and user message, right? Instead, I want to create a system message separately, user message separately, so that I can able to pass this argument separately. I can able to differentiate these messages also, correct? So instead of binding everything together, so that's what I'm going to show you. So already splitted same message into two things. Okay, now we'll go back to the second payload. This is the second one. And before getting into the code, right, so let me go to the prompt template once. If I click on the implementation, you can see there are three things is coming: assistant, function, and system. There is no user, so there is no specific user prompt template. For that, we can directly use the prompt template what we have used currently. This one only we can use. Okay, so now what I will do, I will create two templates. Okay, one is system prompt template, new. Okay, then prompt template. I'll name it as a user prompt template. Okay, template, new prompt template. Okay, so now constructor is looking for some values. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass the arguments. Okay, okay, let me go back here. So this is the system message. Simply copy the, put it here. Then I'll put the user message also. User message is nothing but these are the customer information and queries everything, and I'm putting it here. Okay, cool. Now both are ready. Now we need to extract the system message and user messages, right? Then only we can able to pass it to the LLM. Basically, we need to create a prompt out of it. Okay. So now, if you are using create message, there is one more method. message equal to system prompt template dot create message. Now create message, if you use, then it will return as a message type. So here also I will put user message. Okay. Now two messages we got, but somewhere we need to pass these arguments, right? These values we need to supply, then only it will get bind. Okay, what I will do, I'll simply copy this. I'll put it here. Then I'll put sys inputs. Here also I will paste it here. Maybe I'll put user inputs. Okay, I don't need all this information, correct? I don't need this information in the user, correct? Now we'll pass this respective inputs here. This inputs here. Okay, both are fine. Now two messages ready. What is the next step? We need to create a prompt. Okay, cool. Now we will start with the prompt. Prompt equal to new of prompt, list of messages I already had, system message, comma, user message. Okay, so both are ready. What is it saying? Did I missed anything? Sorry, it's not a capital. Yeah, it's a small. Now we can call this return chatline dot prompt, pass this prompt, call, then get the content. Cool. Now everything is ready. Now you can see one thing. I think this prompt template, sorry, I missed it. Both the places I use the system prompt. Okay, now what we did, we created two prompt templates. One is system prompt template, another one is user prompt template, and we created separate input for both the prompt templates, and we are supplying it to the templates. I mean, that respective template by creating the message. Once we create the message, then we are creating the prompt out of it. Then we are sending the prompt to the LLMs. Okay. Now let me run this. So let me go back in the Bruno. Let me close this. I'll open the second endpoint. This is the second endpoint. Here I already have the watch related information. What it is showing? Yeah, it's running. Let me hit it. Same behavior, but only thing is we are splitting the messages. Now you can see same behavior we are getting as a watch, and it's everything is working fine. Okay. Now we will go and get into the next one. Next one is creating a custom renderer with the prompt templates. One thing, if you notice, everywhere we are using these flower braces, correct? Wherever we feel like this value can be dynamic, we are using the flower braces. So as I mentioned, it's a default one, but Spring is already offering, you can change this as per your need. Okay. For this, let me go to the documentation once. If you go to the documentation, you will see, yeah, this one. So whenever you want to change the delimiter, the flower braces, you can do this one by using st template renderer. Then it will work whatever the delimiter you want, starting and ending. This is what I'm going to show you. Let me go here. I'll take this entire code from the first request. Yeah. Here only I can showcase this template renderer. Let me go here. So for template renderer, we can't directly create the templates. Okay, I'll just pass it here. So by using the builder pattern only we can do this. This is the builder, then dot renderer. As I mentioned, st template renderer dot builder dot again start and ending token. So it's going to be character starting token. I'll put the ending token. Ending token is this one. Then build it. Once it is built, then I need to pass the template. Okay. Now template. Do I have the template? Yes, I had the template which I copied previously. This is the template. Then once the template is done, then I would build it. Okay. So only thing is I already had the flower braces. Now I am going to replace with angular braces. Okay. Okay. Here also. Okay. Now, sorry, this also I missed it. Okay, cool. So everything is replaced with the angular bracket. Next, everything is same. So let me run this. I'll show you. Now also it should work the same way. I'll open this separate endpoint, which is going to hit the custom template renderer. Let me hit this. Yeah, behavior is same. So now I got the response properly. Okay. Fourth one is like instead of raw strings, can we use the files? Yes, there is a template file, you can use it. So that's what I'm going to show you now. If I go here, let me open the packages. In the resource section, I already created one directory called prompt template, and under that I created two messages. One is system message and user message. Both does not have anything, nothing. It's empty. Okay, so you can name it any directory name. I create as a prompt template, and the system message. What I'm going to do, I'm copy the system messages. Let me scroll down. So this is the system message. Simply copy it. Go here, put it here. Okay, the user message. I'm going to copy this and put it here. So every time we are dealing with this variables only, right? Hard code strings within the code itself. Instead, we can move it to the separate file. And one important thing is like it should be the file name. It should be follow this standard. Okay, name you can keep it anything. It should be .st. Okay, this file name should be proper. Okay, so if you keep it in the separate file, then it's going to be completely centralized and it's in the different place instead of hardcode messages. So let me copy this all the message. Now I'm going to show you with this particular code. Let me copy this, go here, replace it here. Okay, now I'm going to remove this. Okay, rest everything is same. So how are we going to load this files? Again, Spring is offering this. For this, I will show you the documentation also. Maybe you can just go through this documentation if you want. So if I scroll down, you will see, yeah, this is the, sorry, not this one, this one. Instead of raw strings, how we can able to use this messages. Okay, this is what we're going to use it now. Let me go to the code once. Here, by using @value, class path, let me take the path. I'll put it here, copy the path reference, take this and put it here. Okay, I'll name it as, I'll create a private variable string. Sorry, it's not a string actually, it's a resource basically. A resource and a system user, sorry, system message. I'll put a resource only just for understanding purpose. I'll copy, paste it here. The only thing is I'll change the name of the file. Okay, name of the file. Rest everything is fine. I'll replace with the username. Now, what is the next step? Simple, we will use this two resources here. System, user. That's it. Everything remains same. Okay. Now I didn't change anything. Rest everything is same. Okay. Let me run this. I'll go to Bruno. So Bruno, yeah, here. Open the last one. Here I'm passing this mobile. I'll put some other ID. Okay. Here I put John. Okay. Let me run this. 400. Okay. Maybe I guess it's because of the integer. Maybe I use the integer one. Yeah, now you can see same behavior, same different kind of outputs. Basically, it's similar only, but with whatever the values I'm passing at the payload, it's got substituted and I got the proper output. Okay, so basically both four are working fine. So now we have explored this prompt template, because when you go for the enterprise level, we are not going to hardcode this information every time, right? We will create a separate prompt template, a structured format, so that we can able to use it as a everywhere, and it's going to be dynamically we can able to bind this value. So that's all about this prompt template, and I show you the multiple ways. And one more thing, whatever the notes I'm using it here, okay, maybe not only this video, going forward, right, this notes you can able to find it in the project itself. Okay, in the Git itself, I'll paste the link also in the description, your video description. You can get it here. Okay, I'll put it here. Okay, you can clone this repo, or you want to fork it, you can fork it, and you can run this code. This is how you can able to create the prompts by using the prompt templates. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you then. Bye bye.